decided to dry brush some light gray. This is pastel chalk, and what I'll probably end up doing is adding a little water to it, but I'm going to dry brush some gray onto this red color here, and once I add some water I think it'll give it a nice weathered effect. You just have to experiment. You'd never know. Chalk is very forgiving. You can easily wipe it off if you don't like it, but chalk will take away the the shine too of the wood, which I really didn't want that much of a shine. So it's all trial and error, you know, and when you're doing model scratch building models, you can fix things pretty easy. It's very forgiving. But I wanted the light gray to kind of show, like, you know, the old wood underneath. And I think if I add a little bit of water and then let it dry, we'll see what it looks like. If it doesn't look good, then we can make a different change. Okay, I'm just experimenting here. I've got some light brown chalk, and you know, maybe that'll simulate some of them boards in there that are showing through underneath the paint. Like I say, I can always go back and get rid of it. There's a lot of different techniques, a lot of different ways you can do all this stuff. Everyone's got their own style, and it seems like each building that I've done in the past, there's always been something a little bit different about each one. Some of them, of course, are more demanding. I'm going to try to do the same thing with this gray chalk here, since old wood can be gray too if it's really old. And if I need to go back and get rid of some of this, I will. I just wanted a really old look. It was kind of a last minute thing. That red looked too nice and shiny, so anyway. Also doing the same thing with the gray chalk on the windows and the doors, and I can always do that at a different stage too. I mean, I don't have to do it right now, but we'll see what happens. I know I'm going to be handling this, and some of the chalk will probably come off, so that's okay. I can put it back on. I'm going to scrape the ends of these sides off here because I want them clear when I apply the glue. To the end pieces here, so those will be glued on there. Alright, I took a few minutes to brace the corners, the inside corners here, with this kind of L bracing. Actually, I'm using a bunch of scraps that I've had over the years, and this way when I join the walls I'll have something sturdy to glue it up against. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is put the windows in next, and the glass, the plastic, and I think that'll be the easiest thing to do. Okay, I'm popping all the windows in just like this here. I make sure I have to trim them to fit. Sometimes they're a little bit tight, so you just take the X-Acto knife and trim them. But a good fit is usually a fairly tight fit, and this is a little bit, well, that'll work. Yeah, I could probably trim it a little bit more, but I'm going to make sure all the windows and the doors go in like that, and then I'll put the plastic, the glass look-alike, or whatever you want to call it, sheathing or whatever. I can't even remember, it's been so long. But anyway, it's going to look pretty nice. Okay, as you can see, I've got the windows in and the doors, and I also put the plastic in, just little sheets of plastic for the windows. I think that's called glazing, they call it, so I finally remembered that term. And it's pretty much set to go. I do have to paint these stairs. I'll do the red on that also. And then I'll put all four sides together. Okay, it is time to put the four walls together. And let's hope this works okay. Yes. Glue can dry fast. And I should try to decide which walls I want to wear. Alright. You can use various kinds of glue. Unfortunately, I didn't have the best kind of glue I want for this job. This dries very fast. Doesn't give me much time to do anything. Okay, but I guess it gives me enough time, just barely. Let's hope everything lines up okay. It's another thing. Looks like it does. Okay, I need to kind of press these together and let it dry. To make the structure a little bit more sturdy by placing it on a thick piece of plastic, and I've drilled a little hole in there in case I want to put a light inside the building. So of course I'll need some wires to go down there, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to glue this on this base. Now it's time to build the rooftop, and what I did is I took some cardstock and cut it to size, and that'll go on here like this. And I can do various types of roof shingle designs, but what I'm going to do is just do like a tar paper replica. So I'll take Scotch tape, tape it in strips, and then take maybe Mars black acrylic paint and make the tar lines. Decided that I don't have the right size, well, I don't have the right size tape for the tar paper lines, but I'm going to just paint this a weathered black as I was going to the tape, and then apply the tar lines to this. I'll probably mark them out with a pencil or something, but hopefully this doesn't warp this cardstock, so I'm not going to apply it too heavy, and then we'll see what happens. Now taking the Mars acrylic black paint and making tar lines. That's what I'm doing now, and that'll take me a little bit. This is for the roof. Okay, what I'm doing here now is I'm putting the chimney on. I put a little toothpick under there so I wouldn't have a problem with it falling off, and I can adjust it to make sure the chimney's straight. So you can see that the tar lines came out really nice, and it's taken shape. It won't be too much longer. I'm also working on the steps, the stairway. I've got a little further to go here. I've got to touch that up and fasten the roof a little bit temporarily. I painted this underneath the roof part there, underneath that white, and it's starting to look fairly good. Okay, I've added the last railings there, and I'm painting them, and this should almost about do it. Here's what the building looks like completed and on the layout.